Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about social media and expanding your network. Now, I'm not going to go too much in depth when it comes to, I'm actually going to put my notes right here. When it comes to social media per se, in terms of like what are the different platforms or whatever, I'm going to make it more of a conversation about how to use social media properly and what you should be focusing on to grow your business. Also, things to do offline to grow your business. So this one's going to be a little bit different. If you want more information about how to use social media for your business, that's totally cool, and we can definitely talk about that. But the reality of this is getting more of the basics of social media and expanding your network. But I've actually, in the Limitless Warriors group, I posted a document, I think a couple of days ago, about how to use social media for your business and expand your market. I also, you can Google tons of stuff. Shalene Johnson has great stuff. Natalie Jill Fit has great stuff. Christine Dwyer, Anita Myron. So there's tons of other great social media trainings. We even have a few from our team on our team training site that you can use. So what I would suggest is that you, if you want to learn more about that, make that part of your personal development, which we talked about a few minutes ago, and using that as your personal development for the week or whatever. So first and foremost, people ask, do I have to be on social media to work my Beachbody business? No, that's the answer. No. Will it make your business, running your business easier? Yes. A lot of people, first and foremost, a lot of people are like, I'm not going to be on social media. I'm not going to be on Facebook. I'm not, because of whatever reason. As I said, you don't need to be on social media to run your business. And I'm sure there are many successful coaches who do not use social media to run their business. However, I have found that social media has been a huge, huge benefit to my business, because social media is really a place where you can connect with and meet so many people. On top of that, it gives you an opportunity to streamline and have a platform for your business. And, one thing I want to say is, for those of you who are like, I'm not on social media, I don't like social media, I get that, but then use social media for business. It's just like Starbucks. They have a Starbucks page. They use social media for Starbucks. The employees aren't using, not every single employee is on social media, but Starbucks, the company, is. So if you're struggling with being on social media for personal reasons, you can get on Facebook and create a Facebook fan page and just do that. You don't have to do anything else and run your business through your fan page. So, because, for example, I have over 1,000 followers or fans on my fan page, but only 300 of them am I friends with. So if I would just stick with my current network of people, I would only have access to 300 people that are in my friend network. But because I opened up a fan page, I can connect with more people. I'm not saying you should do a fan page right now. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that if you want to see your business grow exponentially, social media is it's not just helpful for coaches, but every single business out there that's growing is using social media, because that's just the way that we do business now. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, they are all aware of how people do business and how consumers consume information and how consumers get information. So with that, it's really important that you understand the importance of social media for your business. So if you're wondering, okay, well, there's so many things out there. There's Pinterest, there's Instagram, there's YouTube, there's blogging, there's this, there's that, there's all this stuff. Relax. Okay? That's the first thing. Don't get overwhelmed with all of the social media platforms that are currently out there. What I'm going to suggest is that you focus on one. Just one. Now, the thing is, most people, they dabble around in a lot of different social media platforms, and they get overwhelmed and they get confused and they stop using it. So, first step, Choose one platform. Figure out the platform that's going to work the best for you and lead with that. Which platform to choose? It's up to you. There are some coaches that do really well with Instagram. There are some coaches that do really well with Facebook. There are some coaches that do really well with Twitter. When I first started, Twitter was my jam. I used Twitter for everything because I didn't want to use my Facebook page for my business. And I was like, no, I don't want people to know. Like, and I feel like I had a lot more people on Twitter that like I didn't know personally that I felt more confident talking about challenge groups and things too. But then as I grew and I realized that Facebook was probably going to be the best avenue for me because I had an opportunity to message people and to post videos and photos, and I could share links and do a lot of stuff. A lot of social media platforms don't allow that much flexibility to connect with as many people and a much richer communication environment. So that's why I like Facebook. So for me, Facebook is my numero uno. That is the basis where I run my business. So because of that, I made sure that I learned everything about the platform. So the second thing you want to do is once you figure out what platform you want to use, you want to go ahead and you want to start to research everything that you can about that platform. We have a new one out called Periscope. I'm now, dabbling in that. I've done a few Periscopes. I'm still learning. I downloaded a few free ebooks and videos and training courses just to learn more about how to use it and to use it best for my business. But it's going to take time. I did a few just to experience it. Then I went back and researched it to figure out how to make it work. And now based off all the information that I learned, I can use my phone to do some more Periscopes. So the same thing for you. Think about what platform you want to use. Also, to be more strategic, think about your target market. Which platforms are they using the most of? Maybe that's where you need to be. So it may not be Facebook. It may be Pinterest. It may be Instagram. It may be Periscope. It may be YouTube. It may be blogging. You have to answer that question for yourself. If you don't know, then just pick the one that you're the most comfortable with and then learn more. Don't just say, I'm comfortable with it, I'll use it. There's always something you can learn. I've been using Facebook since I was like a sophomore in college. And that was over like 10 years ago or something. I think it was like 10 years ago. I've been using Facebook and I'm still learning so much because a lot of these platforms continue to change and to change how they operate, and the user interfaces and the user capabilities are different. So that's your task. Pick your platform and then research your platform. That's also something that's really important for you to do to learn about that. Once you know the platform that you want to use, identify what type of presence you want to convey. What type of message do you want to share? What do you want to be known for on this social media platform? This is your real estate. This is your space, okay? When you create a profile on any social media platform, you are basically putting up not a for sale sign, like, putting up your sign of like, okay, I'm like, this is my space. This is my home. This is what I do. This is where I live. This is where I live on social media. So with that, you control what goes out. And for the most part, you control what comes in. Now, you can't control what everyone says, but if you have a very common theme and a presence that you're giving on social media, then what's going to happen is you will attract the right people. It is not by chance that I have tons of people in my social media networks that are into fitness, that are super positive, that are really happy people, that are awesome, that are funny, that, I can really get along with and connect with. It's not by chance. It's because I was very, very focused on making sure that the content that I'm pushing out into my social media space is one that's conducive for the message that I want to share. So everyone who knows where I try to be motivational, inspirational, and positive. People also know that I am a passionate person about fitness and nutrition and personal training and entrepreneurship and travel and fun. Those are the things that I put out into my social media space. If it's not in those like 9 categories or topics, and faith, so 10, faith, my religion. If I'm not talking about those 10 things, then nothing else gets in my space, right? Because I've created the environment. And when you create that environment, it kind of sets this unwritten rule of whoever follows you of how they're going to participate in your space. So for those of you who are like, I know too many negative people, blah, 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 create a new page, create a new, profile, get on a different social media site, do whatever. But if you're not on social media, you're really just doing yourself a disservice. But if you are on social media and you are all over the place, guess what? You are confusing everyone who's watching you. And people are watching. Everyone's watching. Shalene is watching. Who else is watching? Autumn is watching. Oh, I can't forget Shanti. Shanti's watching. And I'm watching. So here's the moral of the story. They're all like bobbling now. It's funny. But here's the thing. People are always watching you, okay? So if you are all over the place and you're talking about like random stuff and you're complaining about this and you're cursing out someone else and all you keep talking about is all these haters in your life and you're posting all these like really lewd and rude photos and videos of like whatever, and then you try to talk about fitness and nutrition and your business and being positive, and then it's confusing. And you're creating a very convoluted presence, and people get turned off by that. Some of the people that get the most followers and the most people that engage with them are people that are very clear in who this person is and what they're all about. And if you haven't taken the time to think about what your presence is and to think about what you're going to create and allow in your social media space, then you're really going to be put in a situation where people are either you're going to mess it up or people are going to crowd your own space with their own mess. And that's where social media gets really funny and funky and gross and icky, is because you have not set the boundaries for what you are going to allow in your social media presence. And now people are starting to fill it with their own junk. So think about the presence. Think about your brand. What does your brand say? What is your brand about? What is it that people are coming to you for? Are they coming to you for motivation? Are they coming to you for recipes? Are they coming to you for workout videos, ideas? Are they coming to you for just a good laugh? Are they coming to you for a good, a great Bible verse or scripture or video, or, are they coming to you for whatever? Think about what you want people to say. Oh, you have to check out Tanisha's page because she's really, really motivational. You have to check out Cheryl's page because she's posting all these videos. You have to check out Amanda because she's always doing all this stuff. Those are the things that you want to think about when you're using social media, because one, it keeps people coming back, but then it makes people want to refer their friends and their people to you. So now you will expand your market if you're very clear on what your presence is in social media. That I can guarantee. I get people who friend request me all the time, not because I'm bragging or because I'm cool or awesome. It's simply because I'm very consistent in what I talk about on social media. I'm very consistent when I talk about on Instagram. My Instagram is really all about, food, fitness, freedom, faith, and fun. I think those are like my fives, and a little bit of football during the season. But that's what people know me for. So when people tag their friends into my posts, and then they see, oh, connect with me on Instagram or connect with me on Facebook, they're finding me because I'm very consistent. People like consistency. So be that consistent person for them in the content that you're sharing. Think about who you want to attract. What type of people do you want to bring into your social media space? That's something that you have to also think about, because that's going to give you a better idea of what you should be sharing on social media. So for example, Deb does a great job of this. Deb targets moms, right? She's a mom of 2 boys. She has hashtags for her boys, the B-boys. She's always posting about her family and what her boys are doing. Why is this so appealing? Because Deb has made the decision to become a Beachbody coach because she didn't want to go back to work when her kids had to, after she had her second child. This is important because she's showing people that she has the ability to spend time with her family because of Beachbody. because of the opportunity. She works out from home. The boys get in there and do workout videos with her. She's posting kid-friendly, family-friendly, mom-friendly recipes and information. She's doing all this stuff, and moms are like, wow, I wish I had that opportunity to be at home with my kids, or I wish I could get my kids to eat veggies or whatever. So Deb is sharing all this information for moms to be really excited about how to get their families healthy and involved in a healthier, cleaner lifestyle. She's very particular about that. She's very specific. I don't question what Deb's brand is about or who she's targeting. And I love to watch Deb on social media because, and for those of you who are not a part of our team who are watching this recording, Deb Chaplin is one of our coaches, and she's a great person to look at with social media. So if you want to know who I'm talking about, that's who I'm talking about. But I say all this to say is that being really consistent in what you're posting is also going to be determined by who you are targeting. That's also really important. So think about your brand, think about your message, and think about who you want to connect with. That will give you the info and the insight on what to post. So you should never have a moment where I don't know what to post, I don't know what to do. Think about who you're going to talk to. I have actually a few different people in my life that I have made my target market, or the people that I want to connect with. And those people, every now and then, I will write my post to one of those people. And I make it specific. I don't say, hey, Sally, blah, blah, blah. But I think about Sally. I think about her challenges. I think about her struggles. I think about what she comes to me for on social media. I think about what she's looking for, what solution she's looking for. And then I give her that information via a video, a post, a picture, a recipe, a fitness video, whatever it is. And that's how I think about what to post on social media. I don't just get on there and wake up and I'm like, blah, 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 and just post something. Like, I may do that every now and then, but I very rarely do that because I want to post with a purpose. So when you're using social media, always think before you press enter, what purpose is this serving? Is it boosting my ego? Is it going to help someone? Is it going to help, Sally or John or Chloe or whoever your target markets are? Is it going to help them? Is it consistent with what I say that I do? Or am I just bored and just want to post stuff? Those are the types of things that you should be thinking about. And I shared this in the last Blitz, but when I was thinking about posting for my upcoming size group, I was going to post a video of myself and some bloopers, but I just felt very forced and inorganic and very it just didn't feel right. And I found someone else I didn't even know doing size, but it was such a great video. I shared his video instead, and I think it made a much bigger impact because I was able to show other people doing the program, not just me. Sometimes people get sick and tired of seeing your face all the time. So feel free to show other people's success or experience with what they're doing because, we get it. If you're a Beachbody coach, we get it. We love our selfies. We love our sweaty workout pictures. We love our Shakeology. And we will post a picture about it till we're blue in the face. But sometimes you got to mix it up. And so I wanted to make sure that the people that aren't the best dancers or that are a little bit intimidated by it will not be so, they'll be like, wow, someone else is doing it and they're killing it. Like, maybe I can do it. So think about what you're posting and why you're posting it. Another thing that I see, sometimes your photos are blurry and I can't really tell what they are, or you're using like the word on text and I can't really read what you're writing, or it's too jumbled, or you're not using the right platform for it. So for example, if you're shooting on a video for Facebook, you always shoot this way because all of our TVs are this way. There's not one TV in America that is this way. So if you shoot a video this way, it's going to come out kind of weird on Facebook. So all your Facebook videos, shoot this way. For Instagram, you can go this way because you're shooting in a square. So you just have to adjust your video to fit in a square. That's a tip you can take to the bank, folks. You're welcome. So that's one thing to think about as you're posting. You don't, all phones now that have cameras are pretty good. So you don't have to invest in a new phone or a new camera. Every single video I shoot is with this bad boy. I just kick things up a notch, and I have a tripod that I use, the little like adapter. So that's another thing. You can just plug your phone in, and now you can videotape yourself. So this is what I do my Periscopes with. It's easy. And I think I got this adapter off of like Amazon for like $3. And the tripod I bought like for my old video camera that I never used. So another tip you can take for social media. But when you're doing the word on text, make sure that you can read what you're saying, because you know what you're saying, but like kind of take a step back and say, okay, can I read it? Is it clear? Is my photo clear? Does my meal look delicious or does it look gross before you post it? My mom cracks me up. One day we were doing something and she's in the car and she's scrolling through and she like turns at my camera and she's like, what is this? And it wasn't my picture, and it was none of your guys' picture, but it was a picture of someone's meal, and we couldn't tell what it was. And she was like, why do people post gross meals on Facebook? It makes me nauseous. So think about that, as you're posting your photos, when you have your profile, okay? Think about what your profile says. Do you have a picture that is a picture of clearly your face? Because people want to connect with you. So for example, I'm going to open up mine really quickly, my Facebook. What picture do you have of you? Does it look like you? So for me, it's not hard for people to know this is me. Also there's not that many Allison Tibbs out there. But it's a picture of my face and then, me representing kind of who I am, kicking my fears in the face. Same thing with Instagram. I'm making sure that I'm very clear on what my Instagram is about. So there's a picture of my face. I say I'm a personal trainer and a healthy lifestyle coach. I'm a lover of fitness, food, travel, God, and fun. And then I have links. I change these links every single week. So every single week, here's a suggestion, another tip for you guys. Because you should be doing this, you should be inviting to a free clean eating group every single month. You should be inviting to a 30-day fitness group every single month. You can change the link here and you can say, the last thing and your thing say, join my free clean eating group. Copy and paste the link of the group or the event on Facebook and post it right here. So that way people can click on that link and they can join your free clean eating group. Already, these are people you do not even know from Instagram who are now liking your stuff and then are going to connect with you on Facebook. So I'm going to be posting my clean eating one in the next couple of days. Post it right there. Another thing to think about with your photos. Do you kind of see a theme here? You can't really see it too much, but do you notice a theme? Food. I'll use a pen. Food, 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 fitness, fun, food, me being happy, fitness, food, fun. There's a moth attacking me. All my stuff, food, motivation, just happiness, positivity, fun, question, more food, more fun, fitness, food, giveaways, a video where I'm giving some.
If you're not setting goals that are big, scary, that make you uncomfortable to even think about them, let alone share them with others, if you don't have goals like that, then you're always going to be in this comfortable place. Reality is,
okay.
If you're setting goals that are big.
All right, enough, Allison. Okay, so think about that with your social media. Do you have a theme? If I were to go and look at your Instagram photos or your Facebook posts, what am I going to see? Am I going to see a theme that makes sense? Am I going to get a good idea of who you are as a person? One of the biggest comments that I got was that for a long time, I wasn't showing enough of my face. I wasn't taking selfies and I wasn't showing me being out and about with people and interacting with people. They were just saying food and fitness, and people want to connect with you. And my own issues and insecurities kept me from posting, but finally I just got over it and did it. So think about that. Make sure that as you scroll, that people get a chance, a sense to see. Also, when it comes to writing the text, it takes me like a good 5 minutes to get the right text on my stuff. So make sure that when you're posting, I'm just trying to find a word with text on it so you can kind of see. My favorites are word swag. That's my favorite one to use. But when you're using word with text, that's an ugly one. It's an ugly picture. It's me crying. You don't want to see that. But when you're doing words with text, let's see. Can you see? Oh, no. Make sure that they can read it, that they can see it. It's backwards, so you probably can't see it. But make sure that it's in a clear space, that you choose the proper font, that you're not choosing something that's difficult to read, like making sure that the background is clear. Because sometimes you'll write stuff and I can't read it. And people are like, what does that say? And then, people will skip what you're saying if they can't see it. So really make sure that you're being focused on that when it comes to social media. Once you have that, you have your brand, you have your image, post consistently. Yes, I will do that. If anyone wants me to take a look at their social media stuff, just let me know. And I'll give you some tips. And you're in Arizona, Tanisha, you're in like a beautiful place. You could do a lot of stuff, all that red rock and blue skies and cactus and all. That's inspiring to people, and to see that you travel, and, that's a really good thing to focus on. I'm not going to lie. Now that I'm in California, I'm always shooting the sunrise and the sunset because it's just gorgeous. It's just something cool to show about my life. Consistently. So make sure you're posting consistently. Don't start posting and then stop, or post 8,000 times and then stop posting. Really focus on, being consistent. So even if it's just posting when you're drinking your Shakeology, that'll be a reminder to post about your Shakeology for the day, or post right after your workout, post during lunch, post, right when you're about to leave the office, post right, figure out some times that are going to be let me get on social media and post something. Okay. At the same time, don't just post and run. Okay. Actually connect with people. Yes. Hootsuite is a great one. You can schedule your posts. I schedule a lot of stuff using Hootsuite because it just makes sure that I'm consistently giving out great content. You can share with Hootsuite, you can share links to articles that you've read, motivational quotes that you like. Sometimes I'll just go and find a whole bunch of motivational quotes and just plug them all into Twitter or into Hootsuite. And every day at noon, it's like a midday motivation that comes out. So you can use things like Hootsuite, or if you have a VA, have her or him schedule it for you. Also, some things to think about is that you make sure that you comment. One thing about auto scheduling stuff is that you get so comfortable just posting things that you forget to check in. So make sure that you actually check in with people and respond. So if someone likes something or comments, please make sure that you're going to follow up with them, thank them, or reply to their response, because it's not just for you to just talk. It's a dialogue should be happening. Why? Because in this business, it's important to build relationships. So if you are not building relationships, then you're using social media just to brag and just to show off. When you're posting something, because when I post recipes, people are like, oh, where did you buy this? I can say, oh, Trader Joe's. And then we can talk about Trader Joe's. And now we have something that we can talk about, or at least now I know that they want to try that recipe. I have people, actually, this is a funny story. I actually met a woman on the street here who was following me on Instagram and was using one of my recipes. And I was with some of my coworkers, and she's like, are you Allison Tibbs? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. I thought maybe she was a person at the gym. She goes, I follow you on Instagram. My friend Karen recommended that I follow you. I just tried your one dish, mushroom chicken rosemary dish. It was amazing. What other recipes do you have? We exchanged information. I told her I would meet her at the grocery store one day and we can kind of go through the grocery shopping. Something just because of sharing information and connecting. She never responded on my posts, but now she does all the time. But it's just something so simple like that, by you just making sure you stay connected with the people that are talking to you. So 1, pick your platform. And then 2, you want to master it. 3, decide your presence that you're going to give, your brand, your message, your niche. 4, post with a purpose. Post with a purpose. 5, post consistently. And 6, communicate and create dialogue to build relationships. That's going to be the biggest thing that's going to help you in your business when it comes to social media. Now, once you've gotten that under control, then it's important that you focus on expanding your network and building on that, right? Because eventually, all of your friends and family, they know what you're about, they know what you're talking about, so you need more people into your network. How do you do that? Well, I have a video on YouTube that talks about how to use groups and events to expand your network. So I won't go too much in depth with that. Just go to my YouTube channel and you can find it. It's up there. And it's actually a pretty good training. I actually just rewatched it yesterday. I was like, it's actually pretty decent. But another thing, mutual friends. Facebook gives you an option. Instagram gives you an option of people that you may, like. I can't remember how to do it with Facebook or with Instagram. I think you go to the search function and you can explore posts and you could find people that way. So when you hit the explore button on Instagram, it starts to recommend people. Oops, I didn't want to do that. It starts to recommend people that you can follow. Sorry, let me turn this off maybe without help it. You can start to find people or posts through stuff. So if I see something that looks intriguing, like this one here, cool. It's based off people that I follow. This J Meester, whatever person, she's posting really cool food, right? So cool. I'm going to like her post because that's a really cool photo. So I like it. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to click on her name and I'm going to start just going through her posts and seeing what else I like that she's posting. Another thing that she does on her photos is she has tons of hashtags. So, well, you can't see her hashtags. Maybe. No. Okay. You can't see her hashtags. My lighting's not the best. But she has some hashtags there. I'm trying to see if you can see them. Yeah. She has some hashtags. So maybe I'll just kind of click on one of those hashtags. I'm just going to guess and see which one comes up. Happy, happy, joy, joy. So these are some hashtags that she's using. I can find more people that are using that hashtag as well, and I can follow those people. And, it looks like this person probably got keys to a new car. I can probably like that photo. So really, think about using hashtags to find people and just like their stuff, follow them, comment. A lot of people are afraid to reach out. Social media is open to the world. So get out there and start meeting people and connecting with people and getting to know people and getting to, just see what they're talking about. Don't be afraid to do that, because what happens is when you do that, they will come to your page. And if you have similar interests, they'll probably like your stuff, and then boom. Some of you guys on this call right now are people that I met from Instagram. And you are, I think, is Brandy on? Yeah, Brandy, Cheryl, 2 people I met on Instagram, 2 of my most favorite people in the world. And we wouldn't have connected if I wouldn't have reached out to them on Instagram. Tanisha, she is my Facebook friend. We met, we had mutual friends in Facebook. And I don't even really know. It's Facebook. Somehow it's Facebook. But we have a lot of mutual friends in Philly. No? Is it Instagram? Type it. Type in the chat. I need to know. But she's going to type it. But in my mind, it was social media. Now she's like, no, that's not what it was. You're right. It was the marketing class. But here we go. I met Obiama through social media. So yet again, by meeting people through different connections, then you go from social media to meeting people there, and you build your network. If I never would have got on social media and met Obiama through a mutual friend, I wouldn't have gotten the opportunity to connect with her in person, to connect and teach marketing classes at her space, and meet Tanisha. And then from there, we continued to grow our relationship, because we'd only met we weren't thick as thieves when we were in Philly, but thanks to social media, we were able to continue building our relationship. So that's the thing about social media, is that you are able to utilize it to expand your network. And it wouldn't be possible if I didn't reach out to meet people. You can search hashtags, you can use groups. Here's something that I like to do every now and then, is I put a call to action. Sometimes on my post, I'll say, tag a friend, share this video, comment below with 3 people that need to watch this video. Why am I doing that? One, because I want other people to, to share this message. I want to get this message out to as many people. Two, I want to connect and meet more people. I want to bring more people into my space and, love on them and give them information and resources. And the best people who are going to connect to you are people who know people just like them who need the same information that you're giving them. It's their way of paying it forward. And it's your way of connecting with them. It's your way of building and growing and building a relationship. It's not just to get them in your network so you can say, I have 100,000 followers. No, it's that way you can help to be an agent of change in their life in some capacity with your brand and with your message. So ask for friends, search face tags, hashtags that will work, that support your brand. So, inspiration, fitness, fun, food, weight loss journey, weight loss goals. Trying to think of some of the hashtags that I use for my stuff. Diet, eat healthy, clean eating, fitness addict, fit chicks, girls who lift, girls with muscles, fit moms, trying to think what else. Beast mode, motivation, transformation Tuesday. I'm trying to look at, and I have words, believe. I'm trying to look where I word, strong is the new sexy. All these cool hashtags that I use, and I find other people who are using those same hashtags, and those are people I want to talk to and see what they're up to. So don't be afraid to do that. And also, here's something new that I've been trying. Once you get someone into your challenge group, ask them for 3 people that they think might be interested in joining. Those are going to be 3 people that they would really think that they want to do this with, because then it's easier for them to stay committed because they're doing the group. I have one of my challengers, she got her mom and her aunt, and they do every single challenge together. And I've gotten to know both of them, and they are now like addicted to Shakeology, and they love it, and they share the news, and they will refer other people to me because I'm their coach. So don't be afraid to ask your challengers or your customers or, other people in your network to, hey, do you know anyone who's looking to lose weight? I'm putting together this challenge group, and I'm really excited about it, and I want to try to get the group as large as I can. Of course, you're invited, but if you know anyone else, I would love it. Or you've been such a great challenger the past couple of months. Is there anyone else that you could think of that might benefit? Here's the kicker with that, guys. When you do that, if they get a solid list of people that are like, yeah, I want a challenge pack. Yeah, I get that. Guess what I do? I go back to that challenger and say, hey, listen, you have a bunch of people that love you to death and that trust you enough to trust me to be their coach. And I would love to maybe do this challenge separate with you and myself, kind of leading it together, and we'll invite all of your people that you invited because they're really fired up and they're ready to get going. And if they say, yeah, they want to do it, then I say, and also one thing to think about is that you could actually get a coach account, and I can make sure to sign everyone up through you, and I can show you, this can be a great way for you to learn how to run challenge groups like I do, and you can make some additional income. How would that sound? Most people, if they've done your challenges enough, they're getting great results, and they are inspiring people, and they're motivating people, and that's why all their friends and family want to join them, because they're seeing their results and they want the same results. And that could be a potential new rockstar coach right there who already will have customers and challengers and potential coaches all ready to go, because you are doing such a good job of running your challenge groups and being a great coach to that person. They can in turn pay it forward and help others, because they probably will be able to connect with them even better. So why not, let them and help them to build a business off of that. So those are my tips on social media and expanding your network. If you want to expand your network outside of Facebook or social media, just do it. Go for it. Invite people over and make them Shakeology. I typically now don't leave people to their own devices when they make Shakeology, because they always make it wrong. And they're like, it's disgusting. It's like, well, you used 2 scoops of Shakeology and 4 ounces of water. You made like a pudding. Like, no wonder it's gross. Or they will use like weird liquid or not enough ice, or they'll put it in a water bottle and try to shake it up and it's all clumpy. So invite people over for a shake and share. There are videos in the back office. You can play the video while you're making it so they can watch it. You can serve it up and then just talk about how Shakeology has been really great for you. Or just invite them over and make them some Shakeology, or give them some samples, or invite people over to work out with you, or, host a fit group. host a what is coaching webinar, or whatever, or just get people out. Cheryl, when she first started, she actually did a every Saturday she got people together to just go walking, and they just went walking outside, and it was awesome. And Cheryl was able to talk to them, build relationships, give them Shakeology samples, talk about upcoming challenge groups, a lot of different things you could do with that. Another thing that you could do is, the Super Saturday events. Invite your friends and family to go with you so they can see what this Beachbody thing is all about and see the excitement. If you're not going to events and you're not inviting people, then you're not expanding your network that way. Go to networking events. Use meetup.com. Go to eventbrite.com and find events in your area. These are things that will really help you to grow your network if you step out of your comfort zone. Toastmasters, Mommy and Me groups. Go to group fitness groups. Go to your local YMCA and gym. There's tons of opportunities for you to meet people. There are over 6 billion people in the world, 7 billion people that you can talk to and connect with, whether it's social media, online, or offline in your community. And some of you guys are just afraid to open up your mouth and say, hi. When you're at the grocery store, I love wearing my shake and share. My wear and share. I used to be pretty embarrassed to wear my Beachbody swag. And I had one friend, he always wore it. Everywhere he went, he always wore this P90X shirt. And I was like, that's so lame. That's corny. But people were always walking up to him like, oh, dude, you do Insanity or you do P90X? That's crazy. I've been always wanting to do it, but I got nervous and I didn't. And, instantly a conversation with perfect strangers. So the button kind of clicked. So now I have my Shakeology wear. I have my Shakeology bag. I have a coach hat. I walk around with my shaker cup. I have some 21-day fix bags and wristbands. When I'm at the gym, I'm wearing my t-shirts. And it always is a great way to open up a conversation and talk with people about Beachbody and the programs. So if you don't have any Beachbody swag, you can always make some, or you can go order some on the Coach Online office and there, or, just come to Summit and have a budget of $50 and buy a shirt or something, just so that way you're able to start the conversation. But sometimes simply stop doing this when you're in public and look up and meet the world with fresh eyes and say hello to people and be a positive, nice person. I've had people that are customers simply because I'm nice and pleasant. My Uber drivers, we all talk about Shakeology and fitness because I say, how's your day going? And then they will give me, we'll just start talking and they'll ask what I do. I say, I'm a trainer, I'm a coach. And then we start talking about fitness. Well, what do you think about paleo? What do you think about this? What do you think about green smoothies? And I always talk about Shakeology. I always talk about a fitness program that I'm doing. And in some cases, I talk about the coaching opportunity. So those are my tips for expanding your market. Hopefully that gives you a good overview and kind of scratches the surface. If you want more information, just search on YouTube, search on Google, find some books for personal development to read about Facebook, Twitter. One good book to read that has to do with social media is called Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk. That video or that book is a great one because it talks to you about how to really create a message and to attract people to you through social media. So it's called Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk. So that's all that I have for you guys. I am going to open for questions, but for those of you who are watching the replay, you can simply just comment below and I will get back to you and answer questions. But other than that, for those who are live on the call, feel free to answer or to ask any questions that you have. All right. And if not, you're free to hop off and I'll be on again shortly to talk a little bit more about what was on the agenda next. Can't remember. We're going to talk about running engaging challenge groups. So if you're all done with me, you can sign off and just meet me back in about 45 minutes, or you can comment below if you are watching this live or if you're watching the recording.